What's up, ladies and gents, how y'all doing today? And we are back with another video. Now, what are we going to do today? What are we going to talk about today? Well, we've talked about it in the last two videos and we're gonna talk about it in detail today. What is it? Well, I hope you guessed it right, because we are going to talk about the Joker.
Send in the clown.
If you want a real short movie review about the Joker, well, here it is. It is phenomenal. Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. But if you want a more detailed movie review, just keep on watching, because we're gonna talk about the movie. But no worries, I'm gonna talk about the movie without any spoilers. I won't spoil the movie because this movie is so good. First, I would recommend you watch the movie, but let's get up. We've talked about the Joker in the last two videos, so it already has some news, some bad rap going into this movie. Some people find it violent and using, that it's giving a bad reputation. The people that said all those things didn't even watch the movie. They saw the trailers, so their opinion kinda was whack. That was already a bad thing going into this movie. Joaquin Phoenix is the actor, and best Joker that we had so far was Heath Ledger. Going into this movie, we already had high hopes because Heath Ledger was the best Joker, and now we're getting a Joker origin story with Joaquin Phoenix, who is also a great actor. We had some bad news about the movie, but we had some good news about the movie. So going into this movie, it was kind of mixed. Also, we barely had any origin stories about the Joker in the comic books, so there are barely any origin. There are origin stories, but they're not quite a lot. Going into this movie, you have to think about all of that stuff, but still, with all of that said, you have this new movie about the origin story about the Joker. For those who don't know the Joker is the nemesis of Batman. He is dressed up as a clown. He's just a psychopath in general, but he is the best villain, I think, in my opinion, in the DC. If you have seen Suicide Squad, if you have The Dark Knight, you already saw some Joker interpretations. I've gotta say, for an origin story about this difficult character, which we don't necessarily have to have an origin story, this one is a perfect one. This is a perfect origin story for the Joker. And with that said, the actor, like I already said, Joaquin Phoenix, is just insanely good. Joaquin Phoenix just nails the role, nails the laugh, which is pretty iconic for the Joker. You had to have that insane laugh, and he nails it. He deserves, and in my opinion, he will win an Oscar for this. What else do we have in this movie without talking about any spoilers? So we have a great actor already. You believe everything he says, he does. In this movie, the pacing is, for some, not me, but maybe for a few people, it will feel a bit long. But in my opinion, the pacing of this movie was just perfect. And like I said, it's not an action-packed movie. It's not about killing people this and there. No, it's about the origin story, how he became like the Joker, how he became the Joker. It's all about the progress. It's all about the character development, all about the build-up to the Joker. And the pacing for this is just so good. If you combine this pacing with an awesome soundtrack, like, it's subtle, but in some scenes the subtle music can be so intense.
All I have are negative thoughts.
And you are sitting there in the cinema watching like, oh my god, shit is about to go down. Oh fuck. What the fuck? Oh my god! So we already have an amazing actor. We have this build up, nice pacing of the movie. Then we have the character development, the build up to the Joker. Some shots in this movie are so gorgeous. All the colors, the symmetry of some shots, the colors of some shots, it's just so beautiful. But yet in some shots they are just this dark kind of moments, but it's still so beautifully shot that it's just so good. It's just so good.
For my whole life,
At the end of the movie, you get to see the Joker, but you are in favor of the Joker. You are on Joker's side. At the end of the movie, you will feel what he has felt. You will be like, oh shit, I know now why he is like that. You will know why he becomes a Joker. You will be like, now I get it. And like I said in the beginning of this review, you have in the past Heath Ledger. Their performance for the Joker are just on par. They are just so good, but they are so different Jokers, but they are equally as good. And in this movie there are a couple of scenes that reminded me of the Heath Ledger Joker. You will see, and I hope there are some people that will see this in this movie, but there are a couple of scenes which Joaquin Phoenix reminds you of Heath Ledger Joker, but it's kind of different, but it's still so good. It's still so beautifully done of him. So in that way, they just give some props, they give some acknowledgement, they give some justice to the Heath Ledger Joker, yet still in another way, but still as good. Have all this build up, and still in the middle of the movie, you will be like, oh shit, oh, what the fuck happened? Wait, what? It's phenomenal. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They made the perfect movie, in my opinion. This is the perfect movie, the perfect origin story. They should make a sequel on this movie, because it's just perfect. You cannot make something even better than this. And I'm for real. They don't have to make a sequel. This movie, in my opinion, will get the Oscar for Best Actor. This will get the Oscar for Best Cinematography, Best Picture, and Best Movie of the Year. And maybe the Oscar for Best Soundtrack. If that doesn't say enough, I don't know what else to say. This movie, like I already said in the beginning, it's phenomenal. It's the best movie of this year, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, this is my movie review. That will be all for this video. If you like this video, just leave it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, just click that subscribe button. If you really want, you can click that notification bell. And if you have any ideas, any comments, if you liked the movie, just leave it down in the comments down below. And as always, if you want to be bigger, if you want to be stronger, if you want to be faster, if you want to be smarter, you gotta be wise, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
I don't wanna go and take a chance and blow it like the ref, but you can see my vision, girl, I'm different than the rest. You don't